Hey comic fans, Dave here at Ground Zero. It's Wednesday morning, and I know you've got 3 thoughts on your brain. First off, oh my god, Dave remembers what day of the week it is. Yes, I do actually, especially when it's New Comic Book Day, and based on all those new comic books back there on the shelf behind me, it most certainly is New Comic Book Day here at Ground Zero. Second thought on your brain, what happened to you, Dave? Where have you been? Why have you not been on YouTube? Well, first off, obviously we announced that we were going to take a break from our YouTube videos, which I'm sure segs into one of your other questions, which is, how did it go on the OnlyFans channel? Not too well, actually. Not too well at all. So we're back here on YouTube. Not going to do them every week, but sporadically we'll try to be here for you. But now every video, of course, still could be our very last video. That depends on our likes, subscribes, comments, and particularly comments and shares. So give us some love and we'll be back here for you. Or pay us enough and we'll go away entirely. Probably either way, somebody wins. Not really entirely sure who. But at least back here on YouTube, no more acting out other people's fantasies. Unless your fantasies are of a bald guy making snarky comments about comics, which happens a lot more than you think. It's a really weird world out there, people. That's a fact. So here we are, and your third question, of course, is what's new on the comic shelf this week? Luckily, I got you covered. First off, with the most inevitable book in the history of comics. Of course, that is Deadpool #1. Come on, you knew it was coming, people. The first week that we didn't have a Deadpool #1 on the stands, you knew there had to be one on the way. And here it is. So the shoe has dropped, so to speak. It's by Alyssa Wong. Will we ever see a Deadpool 100? We already have. How did we do that? Well, 35 Deadpool series, averaging about 3 issues each. They know how to get to Marvel math. So either way, it's in, and it's going to be the same thing it always is. You're going to say, I'm not going to fall for this, Dave. I'm not buying another Deadpool series. Hey, the joke was fun for a while, but it's kind of worn thin. So no more Deadpool for me. All right. I'll get the first one. I'll at least get the first one. See how it is. Marvel knows this, and that's why it's here. Speaking of Marvel, Secret Invasion, because everything old is actually still old, but they know you'll buy it anyway because it's Marvel, and you will too. One more Marvel I will mention, and the stuff they know you will buy. Star Wars, new issue of Star Wars is on the stands. Now, I rag on Star Wars just like I rag on Batman, but hey, it's by Charles Soule. Charles Soule is a very good writer. You put a good writer on a Star Wars comic and it's still worth reading, and this one is just that. And it's here this week. Moving over to DC, a book that actually I've had a lot of people ask me about, a lot of curiosity as to what's going to happen in this book. It's by Marc Silvestri. There's a lot of Marc Silvestri fans out there because, let's face it, the 90s never really died. They just lay dormant under a shiny foil cover somewhere. So this week we get in Batman Joker, the Deadly Duo. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's just exactly what you'd expect. It's both written and drawn by Marc Silvestri. So if you've been itching to relive the 90s and get your Batman fix at the same time, this book is just exactly what you ordered. Or if you just want the regular Batman fix, hey, look, new issue of Batman is on the stands this week. I don't really have any snarky comments about this. I think you've heard them all at this point. But hey, it is in. Everybody loves Batman. We know this, of course. That's why DC puts out so many. But, everybody loves Poison Ivy as well. The big news for me when I looked at the shelves this morning and decided what do I talk about was Poison Ivy, of course, is on issue #6. How did we get to issue #6 so quickly? I am stunned. Time really flies when you're talking Poison Ivy comics. But it's here, and I guess we've had virtually half a year of Poison Ivy comics. Go figure. One more DC book I will mention, and that is Dark Knights of Steel. The book you really enjoyed and then forgot was coming out. This book actually hit with a bang. Everybody liked Tom Taylor's story on this one. And it just, I don't know, there's some delays, whatever the case was. It seems now people are like, wow, this book is still coming out. But it is still a few issues to go because we're on issue #8 of 12. And come in and rediscover this book. Moving over to indies, well, King Spawn is in. Now, for a while, all those Spawn spinoff titles, everybody was loving them, and oh my gosh, we got new Spawn titles, and it's brand new, and then it wasn't new anymore, and people saying, Todd, 4 Spawn titles was cute for a while, but now I think I'll just buy the regular Spawn title. Is there really a need for this many titles? It's probably, too much Spawn by 3. But it's here, for those of you who need your Spawn fix. Something else that is here, speaking of the old is new and new is old and whatever the case may be, is 2 books from a new old company. One that's or something, I don't remember, and I can't read that logo, but also Escape from Wyoming by 2 good writers, Robert Venditti and Josh Dysart. The big thing about these is they are from Bad Idea. Now, we don't know what to do with Bad Idea at this point. And in fact, if we had a good list of people that were originally on for every Bad Idea comic, pull them, but that was a year ago. And it was about a year ago that they announced they were done. Bad Idea as you know it is going to cease to exist. Everybody forgot about them. Half the people on our list are actually no longer even really coming in here. So we didn't know what to do with it. So we ordered some copies. We put them on the shelf. We did not pull any of these books for people. So if you want them, come in and get them. Two brand new series. I'm sure they're going to be good reads. But I mean, is the return of Bad Idea a good idea? Let me know in the comments, people. I'd be happy to have comments occasionally. Two more indies I will mention. First off, now, the reason I mention these indies is we were really trying to push and promote the indies. We were doing a pretty good job. They were starting to really sell pretty well until inflation hit, and then they just dived off a cliff, so we're not ordering near as much as we used to. But we did order a decent chunk of this one, Hell to Pay, mostly because it's by Charles Soule. Now, Charles Soule is not necessarily a superstar name. Kind of reminds me of John Ostrander in that he's not necessarily a huge name that sells comics, but you could always count on his books to be really good. This one's no exception, and it looks very pretty. It's from Image, and it's here this week. Give it a try. Hell to Pay. One final indie floppy that I will mention, because yes, I pandered to my grandchildren. My Little Pony, it's in this week. You're welcome. Moving over to trades, well, probably the biggest of it is a new Minecraft trade. We get way more requests for Minecraft product than we actually get Minecraft product in. There's really only a handful of these trades out. 5 or 6, somewhere in that range. So actually a new Minecraft is kind of a big deal. Now, obviously, just take one look at me and realize that if I said, I totally get Minecraft, I totally understand why it's popular, I totally love this franchise, I could kill the franchise just by saying that. So with great power comes great responsibility. I shall not say that. So I don't really get Minecraft. I'm not supposed to. And, but hey, people like it. We carry it. Everybody's happy. 2 new Epic collections are in this week. If you actually watched my videos from back when I was doing them, you know I really like the Epic collections. I think that's a great way to pick up the classic old Marvel series. And there's 2 this week. Daredevil Claws, something. Oh, it comes with claws. That must be him, I think. But it's collecting kind of that mid-period 90s run of Daredevil. We also get in Power Man Iron Fist. Now, this collects a lot of the latter issues of that run. When Power Man Iron Fist was just kind of trucking along, it wasn't necessarily an A book or a big name book, but it was always entertaining. So if you really like a big, thick book full of entertaining comics, well, this is here. I actually recommend these. So if you want good comics to read and kind of remind you back when comics were just there to entertain you, this is it. However, if you're only going to buy one book this week, please make it this one. Please buy this book, whether you're buying it here at Ground Zero or at whatever comic shop you go to in whatever state, country, or universe. Buy Incredible Science Fiction, because it says so right there in the title, incredible. The EC collections are fantastic. We need to support them. They are truly revolutionary work. Came out in the 50s. Some of the best artists that ever graced Comics Page did these. Al Williamson, Wally Wood, fantastic stuff. Covers by Frank Frazetta. Just awesome stuff. So really, if you like science fiction at all, if you like comics at all, if you just want to keep me happy, buy this book, Restore My Faith in Humanity, and you can do just that, at least until the midterms. Well, that's it. Lots of comics back there, but that's all I'm going to mention today. As always, remember, like, subscribe, share. That is the 3 S's. It keeps us happy, keep us here. Either way, whatever you're doing, give your local comic shop some love. And remember, it's not about having what you want. It's about wanting what you have. Be safe, everybody.